Hi people, it's been a while. What was I gonna say? A bitch needed a fucking break and I was forced to. Okay, so interesting. Alright, so this reading is it for today, Spirit? Okay. Today into tomorrow. So today, like basically after 3 p.m. today into before 3 p.m. tomorrow. So tonight is the feng shui personally labeled day of what is it called? Wealth, power, and what I added to it is empowerment. And tomorrow is Wednesday, which is a health day, but what I also added to it was healing, joy, rainbows, all that jazz. Hey, what's going on? Welcome. Alright, so here we go. Highest and best yang card. Definitely Spirit was like, we have to use the mediumship card, so I'm excited to see what's gonna come out. That's the yang and that's the yin. Yeah, ooh, okay. Oh, this is such a, I can already feel that this is such a worldly reading. So it is for the collective, but this is like massive. This is not, I don't usually say that. So I feel that it's like a double yang type of energy. And I don't know if it's going to affect more of you or I don't know, but there's a really big energy to this. And at first I was feeling about the Queen because at the bottom of the deck, which is basically like internally what's going on, is as a soul I can be in several places at once. And I feel like this is like, and there's a unicorn on it. Excuse me. And basically when the unicorn was the symbol of the Queen in terms of what they called her Operation Unicorn. That's what they called it. So I felt that kind of like, I went there like in my mind a little bit, like immediately, like I was like, oh, this is cool. This is like Queen, like maybe it has something to do with the Queen in terms of thinking about it on my own. But then when I put the other two down, I was like, oh, this is big. So it might have to do with the Queen stuff, right? The first yin card that's actually hugely, epically huge, I sense, which yin is usually smaller, but this is like a big deal, is I am not dead. And it has a dove on it, kind of going into the divine, sunlight or heavenly light of which is being depicted on the card. It's like flying into the light. So I sense that somebody is more so, I know it's kind of like a little cliche, but I do sense that somebody is lifting off. They're taking off. They're like, and it's really interesting because I haven't really been following it to the T. So I don't know if my facts are wrong, but like I know that recently like the Queen has been put, like her body has been laid to rest in a sense, like I think at one of the Westminster or whatever. I'm really bad with the names. So my whole thing is I feel like that is a significant role here. It's playing a significant role. It's like even though you're resting, you're not dead yet, right? So a lot of you also, this is really interesting because let me just tell you something. This might have been the energy of which was for me yesterday and for you today. So I am talking about experience in terms of like how I felt yesterday. I felt like when I said I was forced to take a what is it called? Forced to take what the fuck is it called? Forced to take a what is it called? A retreat, right? I did feel like I was dead. I felt like I was super dead. But here's the thing. We're going from, right now, we are experiencing kind of dead vibes, right? So we're in September, which is the 9th, which is endings of things, right? We are also, and kind of like independent endings, and also that wanted to come out. I don't know why. And also, you know, we are transitioning from one sun sign to another. So it's interesting that the sun kind of appeared in this yin card, where it's basically like, you know, we're transitioning from Virgo energies into Libra, right? Excuse me. And so, long story short, the veil, I feel like, is very thin around this time when we're transitioning from, you know, the 21st, I'm going to say the 20th to the 22nd, right? But it can go 3 or 4 days before, after that. So you definitely could be experiencing some, and also it's kind of autumn time, right? So it's like we're getting into it. So like the whole thing is there's going to be dead vibes around in terms of like, you know, like trees, I was going to say trees losing their feathers, trees losing their leaves. And so, but this is like, oh my gosh, this is like big in terms of loss, but like not in a negative way. Like because here's the thing, there's always a high vibrational aspect of that, which I am, so when I say that, you have to think automatically high vibrational. So I'm not saying like, oh, there's a big loss like to scare the shit out of you. It's more so like to accept that this big loss is more so for the best of you, right? The best kind of big deal. Basically it works out in your favor, right? It's for you. So you might kind of, I see several places at once, which kind of stood out to me before too. But this is more so of a like, how do I call it? It's like you might be feeling like you're being pulled into places, right? Your energy, thank you, Spirit, your energy might be like, if you're like a natural, like, you know, Energizer bunny and you're go, and then you feel like you're being kind of spread too thin, there, it's because I think you're just trying to do too much, and you're like, it's like half like excited, but also like half thinking like maybe you're sad because you feel like dead on the inside. And so it's like kind of like the motivation may not be there. That's there usually, like, you know, for the most part of your, you know, in terms of how you naturally operate. Give me just 1 second. Give me just 1 second. I gotta just double check something. Sorry for the interruption. Give me 1 second. So, alright, so it says remember, and so the Yang card is remember me by the happy memories we created. And I feel that this is like, this is how you're going to get yourself out of a rut in terms of if you are in a position of, you know, just darkness or heaviness is what I actually want to say, heaviness, because there's a heavy like death energy going on, and maybe this is why it's such a big deal, this magical, you know, reading, because okay, so I'm seeing happy out of here. So in order to regain your happiness, you have to kind of focus on the good of which of which memories you were a part of, or that you've, you know, helped to create. So I also see, okay, so it's funny because tomorrow is the laughter day, but I do really see like laughter coming out, like a lot. Like think about the things that made you really laugh in your lifetime, and that's really gonna kind of like heal the heaviness, so that you can transmute the heaviness into a amazing happiness, right? Amazing joy. It's interesting that this unicorn, I'm not going to go for too long, guys, because like I really am, I have to kind of save my energy for other things that I have to do today, because my energy is feeling a little kerplunked. But what I want to say is, this unicorn, which is the Midway Happy Way and or the transitional card from today into tomorrow, and which I want to reiterate, this yin card that says I'm not dead, I feel like it's weird because it says I'm not dead, but also it's like a dove taking flight, right? So it's kind of like what are you trying to say there? You know what I'm saying? So, excuse me. So basically what it's trying to say is you might be feeling the heavy dead energies, right? Like kind of coming off of you or being released out of you. But that is for you to basically be able to fly a lot lighter. I went through this yesterday where I was like, holy fuck, like this is some fucking nuts energy. Like I have never felt that way, or maybe I haven't felt that way in a long time, but I don't remember the last time I felt like that. So there is a lot of releasing energy going on, but just think about the next day is going to make you fly a lot lighter and a lot higher, which is kind of what I feel like you want whenever you're feeling the contrast of a really heavy. You're like, damn, I want to feel happy again, you know? So just know that your happiness and your lightheartedness is coming, your lightness. Your body also might be feeling heavy. Like you might be really feeling grounded, which is like, you know, like you might not even be a heavy person, but the energy is like fucking thick. You know what I'm saying? And it's thick, it has a mass to it, and like it's kind of like it's maybe more so grounding your ass a lot more than you know your ass is usually fucking grounded. You know what I'm saying? For some reason with this unicorn, okay, so the word places is popping out at me. And I feel like maybe you're like meant to go travel, right? I have this passport cover that I believe I'm getting rid of, but it says, you know, when in doubt, like travel. I think it says travel on there. When in doubt, travel, and it like has like airplane on it, and it's in black. It's black. It's nice feeling black type of leather-esque type of like passport holder with, you know, gold lettering on it, like shiny gold lettering on it. And so I feel like if you're in doubt, just go travel, right? Like if that's like what's gonna kind of make you feel like you need to. And it's crazy because the dove kind of says the flight thing, right? So I feel like you might be traveling to, you know, several different places, to kind of like, maybe some of you are just doing that, or you feel like doing that just because of the fact that you need to kind of get the fucking gooky type of energy off of you, you know? So there might be a lot of you that are traveling, you know, like today into tomorrow, and any type of small traveling also is really a big deal because of the fact that, it'll get you, like I said, it'll get the gook off of you, it'll get the heaviness off of you. And so like, and sometimes travel doesn't have to be so big. Travel could be like, go for a walk, you know, go for a walk out in nature. Like that's a form of traveling, you know? So that's something that I feel like you guys might want to do to help yourselves out a little bit. Also, I'm like jumping back and forth talking about this card saying I can be in several places at once. So there might be like a little jumping thing, like a little pinball thing action going on. So the first thing I want to say is, and like, here's the thing, it's a good thing that it's a pinball thing, because I feel like a lot of people, like, they're like, oh my god, I'm so disheveled if they're like going back and forth, but it's kind of like a Tigger-esque type of energy where it's like, okay, like you're excited and you're feeling something coming in. Like, for instance, yesterday, when I was saying that I think yesterday I went through it to kind of experience it to then tell you guys about it today, like in terms of like how it relates to the reading. I was like, I think 2 days before yesterday, when the energies really hit me hard, I literally wanted to say that like what was it? It was yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. or no, 2 days ago, sorry, where I was like, it was so weird, like I was like dropping shit, like I was like being like trying to be fast, but like in terms of getting stuff done, but like I was dropping shit. I was being so like, you know, oh, I'm here this second, I'm there that another second. And like as I'm transitioning, it was kind of like messy. Like it was like I have never been such a like I was in the moment, but it was very weird because it was kind of like you're just feeling disheveled as you're trying to, maybe as your body's processing these newer energies. So, and what I'm trying to say is like, it's not a bad thing. Like some people see like, oh, disheveledness is a bad thing. But like sometimes if you know that you're normally not disheveled, you shouldn't judge yourself. You shouldn't judge yourself on it. Okay. Because of the fact that it's not, it's, you know, it's not normal. Like, so just laugh at yourself. You know what I'm saying? And like, and you know, don't be pissed off at it because you're going to come back to normal in just a little bit. So that's how I knew, like about 2 days ago, that's how I knew. I said, oh, like there's a different form of energy coming through, and this is how I sense it coming through when you're kind of feeling a little rattled, you know what I'm saying? And again, it's not in a bad way, it's just more so like it's not a way that you're used to. It's not like you're stable, it's like you're more so like I don't know, you're shook up a little bit, right? But then I think would come the day, which is probably today into tomorrow, which is today you really might be feeling heavy energies, you know, literally like solidly grounding energies for you that you might be like even fighting to be like, what the F, like how come I feel this way, in terms of just like, you know, like this is like not what I deserve, and this is not what, you know, this is not what I fucking, you know, work towards and all that shit, you know what I'm saying? But my whole thing is just go with it, just flow with it. Like sometimes, and I feel like, you know, especially with new energies coming in, like you don't know what you, is that what it is? You don't know what you don't know. Like I'm trying to make sense of that. But like it is. It's like you don't know the, you're not familiar with the energies coming through, right? So the whole thing is, it's like you have to just give it time to acclimate within your body, and also drink a lot of water, and because that helps, and literally just kind of do your best to just be joyous in these, like, you know, look to the brighter side of things, right? And also, so yeah, I am seeing happy again popping out of like the tomorrow's card, which is, you know, just know that if today is not like, if today is a wobbly day for you, it's okay. Tomorrow might be way happier, you know? So sometimes we have to like just go through this process of, because it's life, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how else to say it. It's just, it's a part of life. We definitely need to stop judging ourselves for it, or judging others in terms of like, oh my god, what the fuck is her problem, or whatever. Like, just keep it going. Actually, it's very interesting because something happened to me last night where, whatever, I'm not going to go into it, but what I'm trying to say is there could be a scenario in your life where you literally, like, somebody like rubs you the wrong way, or like does something that's way like off-putting in terms of like one of your boundaries. Like, why are you fucking doing that? Why are you pulling some non-commonsensical shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make sense that you just did that, you know? And it kind of could be where it involves you and you get a little pissed off at it and you kind of want to know the answer as to why. But I think it's best just to fucking lax and literally just forgive it and move on. So that was my whole point, is just whatever happens, do your best to quickly move past it, not even needing to know what the fuck went on. Because again, if you're feeling wobbly in these energies, other people might be feeling like, you know, and let's say you're like the woke person or the spiritual person in your family, like you could be feeling it in a common sense type of way, like energetically, but like I feel like the people that are not really all that highly spiritual, or like really kind of tuned into or scared of, right, the intuitive side, like whatever, maybe may you never be scared of intuition, but I feel like those that kind of are not as tapped in are going to act a little bit weird and awkward and like, what the fuck, dude? You know what I'm saying? Like, where it really doesn't make any sense, you know? But let's not forget that even if you are the spiritual type of light person in your family, they look at you that way too all the time. Like, it's kind of like a miscommunication of just personalities, or clash of personalities, a clash of energies, where, you know, easily two people could be misunderstood, you know? And so the whole aspect here is just don't worry about like what is going on, you know, with other people, in case it kind of comes into your world a little bit. Like, just there's no point. You know what I'm saying? There's no point. You know what's going on behind the scenes, like in terms of energy. And so just kind of like be the type of person, obviously put common sense to it. If you need to, you know, ask your A-team, do I address this? Then, you know, definitely ask that question to the A-team, which I had to, right? But Spirit was like, no. And I said, all right, fine. So I just like let it go. Because I'm the type of person that I address everything, because I like communication. I think it's super needed. And I also like the knowledge, you know, like if somebody's willing to share the knowledge after I ask, that would be so amazing, right? I'm sorry guys, there's like a lot of noise in the background. And so, long story short, maybe one of the answers here is to literally, and like, go to a new place, right? Go to a new place, maybe travel there, like walk there, do something, and do something, I was gonna say different or out of the ordinary in terms of getting there, or just keep it really simple and just maybe try a new place out today, you know, and you don't have to go spend crazy amount of money. Just like, you know, move yourself to a different environment. That would be maybe really helpful for you to. Also, when you talk about places, I feel like transitions are happening from one world to another. So you're talking about going from dead to fucking happy. Like, there's an extreme there. That's why I said this reading is super, like, oddly highly powerful. And I normally don't say it like even though all the readings are powerful, but this one's like extra. So, and I feel like I'm seeing the word be, so I feel like Spirit is taking you to where you need to be. In terms of, you know, you're going from, you know, feeling really dead, heavy energies to all of a sudden you're making brand new memories, you know, in your next life, which is like more of a high vibrational life. So I just feel like, you know, and this could be like a phase that you're moving into, you know, the next phase. Like I said, we're transitioning from Virgo energies to Libra. There's a transition going on. You know what I'm saying? So the whole thing is, it's like, and what's really interesting is Libras are all about memories. Like, they love to go back into history, right? To like, they like to repeat, like in their minds, like they like to remember, they like to go back and remember shit from like the past, right? Or they like to keep their thoughts in the past a little bit, sometimes in a negative way, but this is more so in a positive way, where it's like, you know, it'll help you get through the times that it'll help you get through to the aspect of you literally, what's it called, just kind of even keeling the energies out, but also, you know, having you look forward to the new phase that's coming in. You know what I'm saying? So again, it's really, the energies are really odd. They're very heavy, but it's all for the goodness of the entire, you know, kind of blessing of it all. There's one more thing I wanted to add in here that I kind of wanted to reiterate, like at the beginning, was, and I think I'm going to leave you with this, is that the unicorn in this picture is very interesting, because it's kind of like, it's like a sunset type of unicorn. So I feel like maybe around sunset there's like a different, and the card is a little darker. So, and the unicorn is white, but it's a little darker, right? It could actually be seen as like gray even. So what I wanted to say here was, You know, I feel like, you know, the third eye of the God is definitely looking out after you or out on you. But the thing here is that I feel like maybe a lot of people who are feeling the purity within a unicorn, right? You unicorners out there, unicornies, unicorns out there. I play with my words a lot. So the whole thing is, you unicorns out there might be feeling kind of more so in the dark, might be even fighting it a little bit. You know, in terms of maybe wanting to be of the light, right? But just know that whenever there is like a darkness upon you, you still are the light. Like, do I go into it? Okay, I'm gonna tell you something. Yesterday I ran into a video where there's a black mom and a black child, right? And her child turns to her. He's a black little boy, right? And he turns to his mom and she's like, I don't know, he said, "Mom, you need to look in the mirror, you're white," right? And I was laughing so hard, but the mom was also laughing because she's like, "No, I'm black, like, so are you, you know?" And he's like, "No, you're white." So he's like telling her that. And I was laughing because I said, this is exactly like what I think is going on here. It's like, you know, for him, maybe he is seeing white because he was very young in age too. So even if he was playing around, but he wasn't. He was like definitely like being serious, which I think he was kind of trying to tell his mom that she glows like an angel, right? But that's only one perspective, right? But why I'm thinking about that here is, and I made sure to comment just because people don't realize, like, you know, it's not all about a color thing all the time, you know what I'm saying? But this unicorn is literally, you can tell, like, it's super white. It's like, it's a super white unicorn, but it looks gray because of the dusk that fell upon her, or upon it, whether it's a guy or a girl, right? And so, upon the unicorn. So, long story short, that's what I'm trying to say is, like, no matter what you're going through, you know you are the like light-hearted unicorn, or the, you know, pure unicorn that exists. So just know that, like, you're just maybe a unicorn going through, you know, just a dull, not a dull time, but like a dusk type of time where you're just regenerating your light a lot more, your divine magic a lot more, you know, like you need the rest. And I just feel like, because unicorns are, you know, they're going to get used to being unicorns all the time and doing unicorn shit and, like, you know, like, just always on the go and being fucking high vibrational and shit. But sometimes they need rest, you know what I'm saying? And so I think, but what's good here is that you're at a top of the mountain, right? And, like, so you've reached some sort of top of the mountain, and I'm seeing places. So you've reached some sort of top of the mountain. It's really grassy there. It's like nice and, you know, earthy. And, you know, it's of healing essence, but you might be like, here's the thing, you might feel victorious, but you also might be like angry a little bit because the moon is in Cancer. So there's a lot of like frustrating energies. So this might be kind of more so also when you're in several places at once. This could be like a back and forth thing. Like you might be feeling even the Libra energies, you know, like coming into play, where it's like you're back and forth. You're like, okay, great, thanks. I reached like a new, you know, apex. But at the same time, like, I'm fucking pissed because why does it have to be so dark here? You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's kind of like, I don't know how to express it, but like, you know, when you're like a little kid and you, maybe this is the example, when you're a little kid, right, and you go to a destination that's like kind of far away from your house, like you go on a road trip with your parents or something, and you're like, are we there yet, and then like you reach your destination at like night, so then you have to like fall asleep, you know what I'm saying? It's like time to go to sleep, and then, but yet like you're like excited because you reach the destination that you were all excited and looking forward to, And then now it's kind of like, oh, you're being told to go back to sleep. You know what I'm saying? And wait for another day until tomorrow, of which is light time, you know, where you can literally, where light time, daytime, where you can literally like go and have fun, right? So this is kind of like maybe a delay in fun. And it's okay because of the fact that it's just naturally that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just need more energy. Your energy needs more, it needs more, sorry, there's a lot going on here. But basically, let me just shut the door real quick. I'm almost done. Oh, sorry. I keep the door open a little bit just for way more fresh air, but obviously when shit's going on, you gotta close that. So anyhow, yeah, like, you might just be back and forth, you know, with like a whole, like, you might be excited, but you also might be a little bummed out, like, to be like, damn, like, I want to do this now, I want to go play now, but really, like, playtime or action time might be tomorrow. So just relax, you know, take the time that you need to take. It's still, you know, Mercury retrograde, which ends, I think, October 2nd, but then you have to wait like 3 or 4 up to 7 days afterwards. Some people like to wait 2 weeks afterwards. I think that's a bit extreme, but, you know, whenever you feel like doing that, you know, if that's normal for you, then do that. But basically, yeah, something's being created. So we just have, something happy is being created. So we have to just, like, kind of, I'm hearing, like, mourn what is being let go of, you know, and it's literally at a cellular level. Like, you can tell the difference. It's like you feel energetically sick. You don't feel, I mean, everything's energy, right? But you just feel like super in a lull. Like, there might not be anything wrong with you, but you might just feel like a little, like, I'm not gonna say powerless in a negative way, but powerless in a you just need to take a break. That's all that it is, you know. Yeah, created. I feel like something is being created for you. Something has already been created for you to kind of take the leap forward. So just chill, even as a exciting and excited unicorn. Just chill until tomorrow, where, you know, there's extra happiness to be had. So, and extra happy and joyful memories to be made. That's so exciting. You might even meet a person that is of your own sex, that literally is willing to just be happy or make memories with you, or remembers you from, you know, from before, and kind of like is really gentle with your inner child, which is super nice, right? It also might be an aunt type of vibe, that type of thing. So, alright guys, I'm getting to just go, so I will talk to you soon. Enjoy, and until next time, ciao!